Can I put some corn silk on my nose? Can I just my lipstick? It's funny, I didn't do all this when I was single. You know what I'm saying? Guests come in the studio. I didn't care. I'm looking. I don't know if I see it. I'm staring at you. Something awful. Here, sit down. Are you really Robert Kelly's brother? Here, pull up your microphone.
Ma'am.
Can you sing?
No, I can't sing a lick.
Say, I believe I could fly.
No, I ain't finna do that. I can't sing a lick.
There's the country part, though.
I can't hold a note to carry across the street.
Is Carey?
Rap, though.
Yeah, I understand. So your name is Killer Cal.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's how I'm going to address you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
It's very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, too.
Your feet are huge. What size shoe do you wear?
13.
Jeez Louise. Are your feet bigger than Robert's?
Yeah. We're 12s.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people, Carey Kelly, Killer Kel, would say that the reason that you're coming on the show today is because BET is doing a whole thing on your big brother. Mm-hmm. And that thing includes girls. What is BET doing? The Trapped in the Closet video. Mm-hmm. And somehow you're trying to throw dirt on his name. I really don't.
Not at all.
This interview was already planned before then. Who are those people in the other room?
My peeps.
Okay. All right. How you all doing? Who's the one in the middle with the suit on? Is that an attorney?
Lavelle.
Who's that?
That's Lavelle. That's the guy that's working with my music with me.
Oh, hi, Lavelle. How are you? Okay. Now, when looking over your paperwork, Killer Cal, I see you did a body double for your big brother Robert in Your Body's Calling, and you remind me of my Jeep, and things kind of turned, in my opinion, a little ugly when this whole child molestation thing came into play, and people were trying to say it was you. I saw the video.
Right.
It was not you in the video.
Thank you.
I believe your brother's guilty of sin.
Well, I believe that everybody got an opinion, and the things that I've been through as far as being accused and everything is like all the guilt is pointing in that direction to me, from my opinion.
That he's guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let me just say, what he's talking about, all the guilt being pointed in Chicago, where the Kelly boys are from. Killer Kel, who's here in the studio with me, otherwise known as Carey Kelly, his picture was run on the news as being the person in the video, and then they tried to build, your brother's team tried to build upon that story.
Right, that's correct.
At that point, there'd be a serious division in the Brotherhood.
Right.
It's like, Duke, even if you didn't do it, why are you trying to pin this on me?
Right. That's true. I mean, I felt like he never came forward, even though his attorney said it, and... Said what? His attorney said that it was me in the videotape. That was their argument, and I felt like since he never came forth and argued about that, because him being who he is, and people listen to him, he never came forth and said, hey, what y'all hearing is not true. It was a misunderstanding. I am not a child molester, but it definitely wasn't my brother in that video. Exactly. But then again, you could have probably seen this type of behavior coming down the pike. At one point, you were employed by your brother, making $250 a week. When you got fired from that job or you quit, he paid the next man $2,500 a week to do the same job. Exactly. Tell the good people listening what job that was and what your responsibilities were. Well, I actually, had like 3 jobs. I was doing security for him. That was from the heart. I wasn't looking to, to charge him for that, because I felt like while we out there on the road, anything could happen. The way we was raised to to stick together. So I wasn't charging them for that. That was from the heart. But I did like 6 songs on tour with him. The rap licks while he did the singing. Right. Mm-hmm. We had a gimmick. The gimmick was, when the curtains open, did nobody know who was who, because we had the same outfit on. We was both bald-headed with the same dark shades, and that was the gimmick. And didn't nobody know who was who until he started singing, and I started rapping. Yeah. And a lot of people loved it. So, I did like 6 songs a night. 6 songs a night. Sometimes we did 2 shows. I did 2 shows, and it wasn't enough money. It ain't that I was asking to get paid more because I was your brother. I was just asking to get paid what I was worth.
Right.
That's all.
Now, at the time, did your brother have the money? Was this so far back that he was just branched off from public announcement? Yeah, it's
basically, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, anybody else, you know what I'm saying? They still got paid $2,500.
But I mean, your brother. All right, let's put our opinions about him with the young girls aside, and talk about the people. When your brother touches a Fat Joe song, it's a hit. I mean, when your brother just touches, it becomes a hit. It's catchy.
Right.
Why couldn't he touch your life and put you on Killer Kells?
I mean, that was just a decision that he really chose not to do, because when I went on tour, I started getting noticed by different people. And you know,
what kind of people?
I got noticed by Scarface. I've said and talked to Scarface. I've met Warren G. I talked to a lot of people in the industry, and you know, my brother whole thing was, I got him. I'm finna put him on.
Okay, and I have no problem with that.
Off naturally.
I have no problem with that, but when's it going down? Are you and Sparkle cool?
I met Sparkle maybe once or twice or whatever, but we never had no personal relationship.
Because they say allegedly that was Sparkle's niece, one of those girls in the video. But Sparkle allegedly has been paid handsomely to lay in the cut and shop all day. So that's why we haven't heard anything from her. Do you know anything about what I just said?
No knowledge of that at all.
Okay, that's all alleged. Okay. Did you know Aaliyah when he was with Aaliyah?
Yes, I met Aaliyah. Beautiful person.
Yeah. You think your brother has a problem with young girls? In your opinion?
In my opinion, I mean, you know, from the things that I've been seeing over the years, and a lot of people may, you know, they may sit and they may say, you know, okay, he player hating, okay, he's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not feeling how we feeling, but I'm knowing him from a personal level.
Yeah.
And on a, you know, on a different perspective, I'm, you know, on the outside, I'm on the inside, while they're on the outside looking in.
That's right.
And I know for sure that he has a problem. He have a problem. A control problem. It's not just with little girls. It's just any situation that he can't control.
I see this.
Any situation he can't control, he, you know.
I see.
He got to conquer it.
Yeah.
Some type of way.
And sometimes the easiest way to conquer stuff is if you're either older, richer, or in some sort of authority.
Right.
Whether it's with girls, whether it's business or whatever.
Right.
Perhaps he didn't want you as a rapper. I'm just going on the basis of that your skills are up. Although we're about to, you know, ask you for that 16.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Get Killer Kells some headphones. But in the meantime, it was my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong,
The experience continues after this.
Wendy Williams and R. Kelly's half-brother, Carey Kelly.
Are you from the same mothers?
Yes, ma'am.
And the same fathers?
No.
Different fathers?
Mm-hmm.
Your mother was buried with a $500 tombstone?
Yes, ma'am.
Shut up!
Yes, ma'am. These are records that can be pulled up. And like I said, opinions.
A $500 tombstone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And she passed in 93, and she still got the same tombstone.
$500 tombstone.
For all those listeners out there that doubt me, this, like I say, these are records. Everything that I have to say can be pulled up by records. It's records. If that was your mom, I want you to put yourself in my shoes, and that was your mom, and he made all these millions of dollars off these songs that he's touching people's hearts about his mama gone.
You zhuzh up the tombstone as your money gets zhuzhed up.
That's real.
Have you ever seen your Big Brother technique on young girls?
I've seen him talk to him. I never was present, you know, when he allegedly, you know, touched with him or whatever.
No,
I can't speak on that. But
right.
I've seen him talk to him. I would see it. Sometimes he would ask me and a couple of guys out the group to go get this girl number, and I would tell him, man, she don't look of age.
Right.
Oh, you player hating me. So he'll get somebody else, and that's the whole problem, that he's in the situation that he's in right now, because he got yes sirs around.
Yes, sir.
You know. Got yes sirs.
How old are you?
34.
And how old is Kels?
38.
Wow, man. So you no longer live in Chicago. If you're just turning on your radio, we're talking to Carey Kelly, R. Kelly's younger brother, who happens to go by the stage name Killer Kells. You've now moved from Chicago. You live in Cleveland. From what I understand, out of your truck?
No, I was in Chicago.
Okay.
Staying in abandoned buildings because I have nowhere to go. And
what?
I ended up talking to my partner, Lavelle, and I let him know the situation. And he was highly mad at me because I'm the type of person I don't hardly call on people. You know, and I just deal with my problems and my situations on my own. And I ended up calling him, and I let him know the situation. So he told me to come to Ohio. So we've been in Ohio recording, working on this album called Gag Order. And, you know, it's basically the reason we named the Gag Order is because they tried to gag me and shut me up because they don't want me to put the truth out there. So I'm, you know, that's where I'm at right now in Ohio.
You won't believe what I saw. My big brother doing drugs. And one's molesting kids and blaming me just because. That's what you growl on your forthcoming CD, Gag Order. I'm coming for your blood. You let the media drag our family's name through the mud. Where's your father?
Haven't seen him since I was 5.
What about R. Kelly's father? Because I always hear mother, mother, mother.
Well, she was basically, our mom was our mother and our father.
Okay.
You know, we never seen him either.
Was it just the two of you boys raised there?
3 boys. It's me, Bruce, and Robert.
And how old is Bruce?
Bruce is 41, I believe.
Is Bruce in Robert's camp?
In and out. You know, Bruce just basically get in where he can fit in, and I'm the outcast of the family because I respect people, and I treat people with respect, and I demand mine. I'm not gonna kiss nobody, but you know what I'm saying. So Bruce is where he's at because he's out there and he's on the substance. So
wow. So I want to ask you about Robert and whether he's tried to help clean Bruce up. I want to have you do your 16 bars, no cursing. Don't try to curse to get an easy out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're on the radio, and then we have to turn off the mic. Don't try to be slick. Carey Kelly. I'm saying it right. Carey, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Carey Kelly. Everybody. Hey, how do you and Robert have different fathers but the same last names? Was Kelly your mom's last name?
Yes.
And neither of your fathers were worth a nickel, so then she just names you all Kelly.
Right.
I understand. Now, tell me about, I heard that when you all's mother was diagnosed with cancer in the hospital, at that point, Robert was getting 12 play money.
That's correct.
But she was in a hospital, for lack of a better description, a ghetto hospital.
Right. A ghetto hospital where, they take all the gang members there when they get shot. It was, they didn't have a good doctor staff there. And they would always refer you to another hospital that's on the other side of town where when you go there, they take care of you well. But it just costed more money. It costed
So was it the not wanting to give money for a better hospital, or was it his lack of time because he was so busy being R. Kelly?
It wasn't the lack of time. It was just, not wanting to give what my mama was worth, because my mama drove a used car she drove a used car, and he rented her apartment, when he was out. So it's like, for me, that's your mom. If it wasn't for that lady, would nobody know us? Tell me about
the video that landed in your possession, because he taped over one of your movies allegedly having sex with 12-year-old girls who addressed the camera. Tell about that.
Well, what happened was we had went to the mall, and we seen these girls or whatever, and they wanted
all flat and narrow.
Yeah, they wanted an autograph, and so he gave them an autograph, and he gave them their number. So later on in the night, he told us to leave the place that he had rented. It was a big mansion in Florida.
Okay.
And we leave. Where we gonna go? We don't know this place. You know, just be gone for 3 hours. We get lost. So me and him kind of got into it over that. But to make a long story short, what happened was the reason why it was 2 tapes because on the way to Florida, we stopped at a truck stop and he bought this movie, Stephen King, Sometime They Come Back Again, a horror flick. So me and my brother Bruce asked him, could we watch it with him? He told us, no, we'll get your own. You know, selfishness. So me and Bruce put our little $5 together and we bought it.
Yeah,
so
now
it's
big brother
tapes.
Bruce.
Right. Now it's 2 tapes. And this is one of the tapes that he taped over. So when me and him got into it about sending us away, you know, because I just speak my mind.
Right.
You know, we got into it about him sending us away. He sent me home. You know, and I took one of the
But you
tapes.
and Bruce knew at that point that your brother allegedly has a problem with young girls.
Yes.
And you were trying to keep it contained within the family.
Within the family.
I would imagine that there were no henchmen that actually knew as much about this problem as you and your brother.
Right.
At that particular point.
At that particular point. I mean, some people kind of figured that, you know, that he, you know, dealt with or like little girls or whatever.
Wendy's got the heat. Wendy's got the heat. The heat. The heat. The heat. The heat. The heat. The heat.
And R. Kelly's half-brother, Carey Kelly.
You know, I was brought up where, you know, loyalty is everything, you know. And when my kids started getting teased at school, I had a 15-year-old daughter that got stumped by 15 girls. I made police reports the whole 9. She got stumped up under the table because she was just defending her father, saying that wasn't my daddy in the videotape. That's it. And the girl stumped her because a lot of people, their mind is poisoned because when they look at his music...
Well, you should have seen the faxes that we were getting. They're calling you an saying, why don't you use your time here to promote your own career as opposed to bash your brother?
Right.
But listen, so tell me what you saw on this tape with these 12-year-old girls. Why do we say that they're 12?
Well, because he asked them...
He's asking questions.
It's like he was interviewing them on these tapes, you know. And, you know, my main thing is, you know, everybody got opinions, you know. And I don't really trip off that. The main thing is I know that, you know what I'm saying, that it's about me putting the truth out there because enough is enough. And my kids, which is not the people that's listening, they kids, if they was in my shoes, they'd be probably saying the same thing that I'm saying. Feel me?
Yeah.
But they're not. So, of course, they're going to have their own opinions.
So the girls are on there being interviewed by him, and they're saying their real names and that they're 12 years old, and then the rest of the shenanigans, you see the sex and all like that.
Right.
What is your sister-in-law saying at this particular point? Are they silently divorced?
I didn't hear you.
Is your sister-in-law, are they silently divorced at this point?
I really truly don't know.
When's the last time you saw your sister-in-law?
Years ago.
Yeah. Did she start out being a young one too?
She started out being a dancer. No, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think she was of age.
Yeah.
You know, but she started out being a dancer.
Is your brother illiterate?
To some degree.
Tell me, what does that mean?
I mean, it's like basically, you know, he can't really read.
Pictures on the menu.
You know, he can't really write. You know, can't really comprehend what you're saying in a sentence. You know, but he is a genius at what he do.
Yeah, he is.
You know,
an idiot savant, right? That's what they call it. Tell me about his marriage to Aaliyah. So he meets her, and she was clearly underage. Why did they get married? Who pushed them to get married, or if anybody did?
Basically, I was shocked like everybody else. I wasn't really around during that era like that because when I looked up, it was on the news, and I was watching it just like everybody else, and I was blew away too. So I really don't have that much information on that whole situation right there.
Yeah.
Because it was a shock to me too.
You think your brother's going to do jail time, or do you think he's going to get off?
Well, right now, you know, my opinion is this: what's done in the dark shall come to the light. You know, and me, you, anybody, everybody on this earth got to pay for what they done. Even if he don't do jail time, he still got to pay for what he done.